Okay, I believe you can start. And now, fingers crossed that everything is working as it's supposed to. Eh? Yes, so I am there. The audio is there. The game is there, which is not entirely obvious, but give me a little moment because I did move myself when we were playing. Okay, there. When we were playing what? We were playing Fable 2. So I moved myself there. Yes. So I was a couple of minutes late. For a good reason. I was setting up new floors for my rodents in their cage, and let me tell you that they were not happy about that, but now they're extremely happy about that. Let's break down the common pistol. I will keep common grimoire, common bow I can dismantle. The same goes for 4 common great swords. Okay, great. Let's go to sleep. Probably we'll have a talk again. Yep. Oh. Why does it say I'm playing Pathfinder? No, I'm not playing Pathfinder. I did change that. Oh my goodness. Wait. Stream info updated. Okay. Why didn't update? Can I change it in here? Quick actions, perhaps? No, quick actions. Link settings. I'm late. Avowed. Okay, so submit. Late. Avowed. Okay. So it might be an issue with OBS then. Ah. I love this place already. Oh, we have so many mushrooms here. And enemies?
Oh, would you be a dear and help with these boardings, please?
Yeah, sure.
Let's give our hand.
Oh, okay. Don't run.
More are on the way.
The poison is hitting pretty hard. They're resistant. I expected him to run.
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you?
What do you need a ladder for?
To climb, of course.
Of course.
You're welcome to my shoulders.
There's a godless artifact just out of reach, and I must have it. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned.
You said something about the godless? Who are they?
Well, I'm not surprised you don't know of the godless. But they were here in the living lands long before we were. Long before anyone else, as far as I can tell. Give or take a few thousand years. They lived on every corner of the lands. You must have passed a few of their ruins on the way here. The big ones, with spires that look more than a little phallic. A lot of their structures were embedded in the ground. They lived in harmony with the land. I mean, as much as you can live in harmony with a land actively trying to kill you. Maybe it was nicer back then. 30 years of research, and as far as I can tell, they just upped and disappeared one day. Fascinating, right? Well, what's important is that the vase is within my grasp, now that I've a tall, dark, and beautiful stranger to help.
Well, what are you suggesting?
There's a vase in this ruin that's too high for me to reach. Fetch it for me. I can pay you in skates if you do. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yahtzee, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do
Sorry,
meet the
what?
most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins, but no one listens to me.
But I like going into the ruins. It's fun. I mean, except for the time when I need to destroy something and I cannot because I lack one lightning strike. Maybe no, it's probably I could have probably used them to make the fight easier. Well, it wasn't hard to begin with. Okay. Lift up single. That sounds promising.
Quiet, Nimdut.
We're finding silver coins, which is good. No, I think maybe we were finding silver all this time and now I am mistaking it for Pathfinder. Could be.
Come and get me. Oh, no, you don't.
You just had to get them aggravated, didn't you? It's fine, after you. Okay, we definitely need some resistance for poison. Or, I would say for venom, rather than poison, but
Not bad,
it's
Marius.
usually overly simplified. Is the game stuttering? It seems that it's stuttering, but... Oh yeah, it definitely is. One moment. Disable this. Close this. Close that. Why there's so much stuff? Why is there so much stuff? I don't need this. Okay. Certainly. Battle.net is doing something. And since I am playing this on Game Pass, I need connection to Battle.net. For whatever reason. Yeah, but I think it should be fine now. Nothing? No, I can hear something. Thank you. Forgotten Soul. That we know. It's a very nice bomb. We like very nice bombs. Or any bombs. For a matter of fact. Oh. Governor Vidaro ordered us to halt the excavation. Emerald Stair is going through changes and it's unstable in more ways than one. While I understand his concerns, these ruins have been here a long time. I don't think they're going anywhere. Wish I could say the same for us. Feels like the land doesn't want us here, and I can't argue with the land. We went in a circle. Up we go. Alright. I can hear you. Godless vase. Oh, that's the thing. Atra, some silver. Okay, that's always good. Resources are always nice. Unfortunately, we cannot really jump down. And yeah. Yeah, I'm very sure we'll die if I try to jump down that much. But this should be fine. And there's your vase.
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
You're welcome.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you.
A skilled wizard should recognize when runes should remain undisturbed.
Oh, trust me, my love Quilici has told me so many times, but I cannot resist. How could I ignore a vase like this? Think of all the secrets and memories it holds.
Do any of those secrets point the way to Fjord?
Of course. Follow the path through the fields. The settlement walls should appear through the fog. I'd best pack up myself. I have a vase to study. Thank you for your help, Godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
Well, that's something I
You're
hope never
welcome.
happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare if she changes her mind.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
No? Don't you want to go with
Of course
us?
I forgot a ladder. Wonderful.
Okay. I believe this is not the way down that we should take. Yep, definitely that.
Take him down. Show me what you got.
Oh, there's some loot over there.
Well, that was fun.
Wild mushroom. And this can be burned. Please
Coming in hot.
do that, Kai. Yeah, some gold, some sword. I've had these dreams lately. I try talking to the others. They think I'm insane. I am not. There is something in the earth, in the island. I've spoken to animancers, watchers, and priests. No one understood. I have felt it. When no god answered my prayers, when I was without a single mercy, I felt it. The radiating heat of packed dirt and the cooling kiss of the wind. I'm not their champion. I'm not even the first to know them. I am an ant before the awe of infinity. Something is coming. Dark times, sick times. I will be with them when it happens. The tiniest margin closer to divinity. Okay, I think you did not make it to them. Eh? Oh. The thing is, his soul might be with them. Whoever them is. The only them I know about
I've never seen
are
him on
the
the
ones
stair
from
like
Summon Max.
It's usually so nice.
Yeah. Yes, I've been upgrading my stuff, thank you. Why is there so much mist? Anything? No? Oh, I don't wanna stash anything. I wanna destroy. I would rather keep the one of elements. No? Actually, I can stash this. Or do I do prefer mine? Is that this is melee? I don't want this then. Not this. Okay.
Listen, Kai, I need you to stalk like a cat, not stomp around like a Balrog.
My training was a lot bigger on stomping than stalking, unfortunately.
Right, and I got cooking lessons in Solace, but you don't see me making beetle mash every night for dinner. The bears out here can hear a snapfly dropping Sokka from across the stair. You don't want to get eaten, you need to walk softly.
I'll remind you of that next time you start playing your flute at camp.
That is different. Bear's natural prey doesn't tend to play flutes.
They might show up to get you to stop.
I've had this flute for years, and I have yet to be killed by a bear.
On second thought, maybe that's what's keeping them away.
Okay. Those few nights were surprisingly uneventful. I saw you.
Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it?
I'm not sure, but I think I didn't hit the bear. Of course, everything here is resistant to cold. Not only the mushroom folks, but the bears. It's interesting. Infrastructure? Those things are interesting. Were they using animacy to speed up the crops?
You
As
told
if
us
people
that
weren't
animals
hungry
would
enough.
save our crops, and now look, spoiled on the vine. The apes won't even touch them.
Animancy is a process. We're talking about a delicate metaphysical ecosystem.
Machines everywhere, and none of them are doing a lick of good.
Be patient and things will get better, I promise.
Oil the SS contactor coil thing, tighten a spiritual bolt, ripped out that garbage healing crystal. I don't know what half of this stuff does. Then Zorbs, what it won't even touch our crops, but they sure keep tearing into our machines. I can only patch them up so many times. Go and see the tribe to the north if you don't believe me. They're not too keen on us being here these days. Neither am I. I'm interested that they've been using animancy for farming. Ooh, honestly.
Another win, but who's counting?
No. I stopped counting a while ago. This can be open. Thank you. And a painting? Treasure map. Somewhere there. Okay, this is the lighthouse I've been seeing so far, and somewhere there is a treasure. Good to know, good to know. There's no place for art in the living lands gone mad. Once this was a haven of free expression and research, but our voices have been silenced. Our defiance stilled, our colors blended to obscurity. If you still have hope, find and carry my paintbrush. Perhaps you can succeed where I failed. I stopped there for a moment because the goddamn battle.net tried to open again, even though I explicitly told it to not try it again. Not explicitly. I told it to just stop. So there's that lighthouse. I think that this is the only one around as well, so I think the treasure
I
shouldn't be.
explained all that. They still
difficult.
said no.
God,
I don't know what to do. I just don't think they're gonna stop.
When did the Rangers start taking the Zarib side?
Why would the Rangers side the Zoribs?
You tell me, it doesn't make any sense.
We have, or had, some of the finest animantic farming equipment available. Until Zarops came and destroyed it. I spoke to the Rangers about it, but they say the Zarops aren't acting aggressive or killing anyone, so there isn't much they can do.
That's odd. Why would Zarops attack equipment and not just continue the raid?
Well, maybe we can do something about it.
Finally, someone with a little backbone.
The Zarops have made camp in the swamp to the northwest. I'd say be careful, but my guess is they won't attack you unless you give them a reason. Just go check it out and let me know what you find. I'll let the Rangers know once the Zarops are no longer a threat. Gods go with you, my friend.
Okay, thank you. I will. No, I will not. Apparently, if I don't catch the quest quickly enough, I won't be able to track it. Oh well, doesn't matter.
Zarops and Kith usually attack each other on sight. Dahingan's the exception.
I think if I walked into a Zarob camp and wasn't attacked immediately, I'd wonder if I was invisible or something.
Here we go! Here they come!
Oh, I missed. Oh, that's definitely not all of them. Where? Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. Wild mushroom cup. Those sounds are a little bit unnerving. Maxim's claim. Around this part a little bit more. Maybe we'll meet more people. Maybe someone else would like to talk to us. Hey, you don't want to talk.
what do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
I know what I said, but we only have so much to go around.
Are the Necromancers starving as well? Or are they sipping tea?
Take it up with the governor. I don't make the rules. Go home. Lay traps in the woods and pray for game. I can't help you.
We know you're stashing the grain somewhere. Well, let's have it.
Ah, there's no stash, as I've told you before. If I had grain, I'd give it to you. I know, times are hard.
The crops are coming up wrong, miss. Flies won't even land on them.
It's bad all over. Trust me.
That reminds me of the very similar problem from Pillars of Eternity.
Godlike.
No, of course.
No cutting in line. I was here first.
Oh, don't start that with me. Yep. I have 25 of those. Huh. Great.
You're the first godlike to come through in... well, I can't remember how long. I hope that's a good sign.
Well... what makes you think my presence means anything?
Some believe the gods have abandoned Emerald Stair. And yet, here I am talking to one of their offspring. If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter.
Before that happens, I need to consult with an Necromancer.
Really? You know the gods don't exactly favor animancy.
Favor or no, I need answers.
I'll wager you have more questions than most. If you need an Necromancer, you'll have to clear it with the governor. He lives in the big manor on the far side of town. Let me know if anything strikes your fancy. We don't have much, but the harvest hasn't bled us dry yet.
Okay, then let's see what you have for sale. This is yours. This is mine. Lockpicks. That's for sure. Fragments of the offering. Oh. To find the totem of the quiet slave in an ancient tower you must brave. Left alone in fallow fields, the ritual blade first for skin freshly peeled. In a place of worship amid smoldering rot, this idol continues to scheme and plot. In a damp hollow its sibling waits full of rage, while its previous owner decays with age. From on high the third surveys the land, sowing the seeds of revolt near at hand. In a verdant glade where old ruins crumble, you will find beads dark and umbral. Hidden in ruins of hiddens long gone, the octet of skulls sings its silent song. Octet of skulls, eh? Okay.
You there! You look like you know where you're going.
I have no idea.
Can you tell me the way to Fjord's market?
You're already there.
This isn't a market. It's a bunch of hungry people standing around. Are you sure? Oh no. That's the gate they told me to look for. What happened here?
I've heard Fjord's crops aren't doing so well.
Oh, great. That's the last thing our boss will want to hear. I came here to cut a deal that'd feed Thirdborn for a month. I was meant to set up a supply line.
Those aren't your only two options. Have you thought about Paradise?
Huh. It's possible. Though the Adirans might not look favorably upon me. I'll think of something. Thanks anyway.
You're welcome. I remember when the fish swam into our nets, when the rivers twinkled with promise, when the harvest was so bountiful we could recline in the shade and let nature run its course. Now the fish ignore the bait and avoid the net, they sense a new danger approaching. If people listened to their instincts, we would all have fled the living lands by now. Oh well, another worm for the hook. Maybe this time I'll be lucky. So it's not only crops, but the food overall. What's that? Yeah, I don't understand the alphabet. The little feminine script on the old sheaf of paper reads soap, carrots, salt, onion, garlic, cooking wine, chicken. At the end, a shaky hand still learning to write has added cake. Thank you. Those things are interesting. I don't think the glass is what looks weird. So weird. Why is it so blue?
This place could use a broom or two. Maybe a team of carpenters.
Yeah. Oh. We can't open that. What a shame. A shopkeeper. Okay, that is great. Oh, merchant. Why shopkeeper?
Ah, a new face. Welcome, welcome. There may not be much left, but feel free to take a look.
I'm surprised to find anyone selling goods here.
I suppose that is fair, considering the sorry state of affairs here. Most of what is here is just scrap and forgotten things.
So, does any of this actually belong to you?
It certainly does now. Besides, I pay a reasonable sum to Fjord for any sales I make. I'm not a parasite. Yes, I am profiting on the side, but surely this is better than everything here being wasted,
Well, you've got a point.
I'm glad you see it my way. Now, would you like to actually look at any of my fine wares?
Yes, please. You have lockpicks. I will take that. You, of course, I did it the wrong way. Give me that. You have awakened a Charity, which I'll also gladly take. Then I think we should be talking on basically all the resources for upgrading our equipment as well. Been doing that lately, or at all, rather. Well, I think this game might... might convince me to play Skyrim as well. This meticulously written journal is full of dull routine entries. It is clear that Lieutenant Sagna takes her post very seriously despite how uneventful it is. One entry stands out from the rest. I heard a dim noise again. It sounds like something is howling in distress, or out of loneliness. I don't know and I don't really care. Whatever it is, it might be a threat. If we had the numbers, I would send a ranger down the coast for a reconnaissance. I would be willing to bet my best eye that whatever this noise is coming from the cave on the shore. That place always gave me the creeps. Something isn't right about it. For now, we'll just need to remain vigilant. Not like anything ever happens here these days. I wonder why some of those entries we take with us and some we just leave. Will it work? Yep, that. Look, please. Stop our Potatoes? No, I told you I would take more food with us since we are not using it at all. And mind you, I'm playing this on normal difficulty, not on easy, which it seems I might.
The great mystery is, are godlike blessed or cursed? The gods are silent on this question.
Neither. They just are. Anything else is speculation.
Ah, I hate speculation. I want answers.
Where do you want to get them here? Sorry. I'm not getting onto any boats. Last time it ended horribly. Sorry. There's no way inside this building. Interesting. I think that's all of the buildings that we can visit. Or not, because I see there's something I missed.
I think it's fair. I didn't do anything wrong. But you're probably using me as an example. Pick on the new kid, you know? I'll be back out there in no time. You watch.
Oh, I think she's sick. To my okay, again. To my valued friends in pure messy Verno. We expected a large shipment of vegetables from your bountiful farms. Did you not receive the correct payment? Because I counted every coin. Last month I turned a blind eye, but this month I need the food we paid for, or at the very least an explanation. Please advise. I would hate for this to sour relations between our people. Your friends in Birdborn. I so hate the phrase, please advise. I hear it so much every day. Or read it so much every day. Ugh. Yeah, we've been here. Okay. I think that's all of the buildings. We can go over there. So each time I read, please advise.
First, my wife runs off to Paradise, and
My
now
stomach
this.
revolts. Hello?
Not one for talking right now. On top of everything else going on, now I can't get this blasted equipment to work.
If you want, I can take a look at it.
Oh, sure, thanks. I hope you can find something I didn't.
For starters, you have living mushrooms here. Press control. Oh my goodness, it's so bad.
We'll get him next time.
Can I check out the equipment?
Hello, my friend. Still having trouble with this old equipment?
What's wrong with it?
I couldn't tell you. It's just that the, fluid doesn't line up with the tubey things or whatever.
Okay, fluid things. Maybe we should go that way? Oh. Huh? Maybe? But that shouldn't fix it.
Hello, my friend.
I think we found the problem.
Oh, what happened?
We found a steel guard stiletto in the machinery.
I can't believe I missed something that obvious. Gods, I must be duller than a wooden sickle. Thank you, my friend. I can fix it from here.
I wouldn't be so hard on me if I were you. Yes, everyone is tired. And apparently, if you are unhappy, it also dulls your instincts and your perception on reality. And also, it could also affect the way you speak. There's a target. Oh. How? How did I miss? Just hit it like this, okay?
Take your best shot.
Oh, another one. I really don't mind the mushrooms, but come on.
Take a moment, people.
Interesting that what I thought was normal flora is not it. The mushrooms seem to be aggravated. No, no one recorded their audio logs or anything. Nothing. Just thinking. Maybe something is in the tower. I don't know. Oh, there. I missed the stairs completely. Oh. We have warned the governor about the consequences of inaction. The rest is up to him. If it turns out that a change of leadership is necessary, we would be prudent to consider alternatives. The old man is one candidate. His protégé is another, though I do not think she aspires to leadership. That may work in her favor. We will monitor the situation. Wishing for a good harvest. Your friends now. How come this isn't interesting enough to take with us? We have plenty of lockpicks now. Give me all your locked chests. One brigandine armor. I don't need one. Jump, yes. Hey, what was that sound? How can we get in there? Bear. I don't really care about this guy. I don't really care about there, so I'm going to get inside. I don't think it's possible. No. Not quite. Okay. It's cool that Kai is using his abilities on his own as well. I don't have to tell him to do that. I do believe it was also the case in the Pillars of Eternity. But I had to enable that. Yeah, let's go there. There might be someone sitting at the fire. I don't know. There might be something at the fire? No, nothing. Nada. Oh, shame. Only the boat. There is something there. Okay, what happens if I shoot that? Okay.
Hail, godlike. Come, indulge me.
You're talking?
For you, a trial. Meet my champion and claim your
Okay. Oh, there's more of them. Oh, you didn't tell me there'd be more.
What am I hitting?
I need to rest. Guys, where are you?
You're on your right.
Everything is down.
Coming from the right.
Seriously, how many of them are there? Oh, no, 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 you don't. There's a big guy. There is a big guy. Whoa! And the big guy definitely doesn't like me. Ugh. Oh, damn it. Please help me, please help me. Get rid of the priest. Yeah, okay, sure.
Well done. The prize is yours, and our business concluded. Farewell.
We make a good squad.
I don't want to talk about that. What do you have? Horse cutter, 200 melee, sword. Better physical damage, that's for sure. Well, I could upgrade it. Full combat axe deals high stun, but I really like my axe. I guess I could have jumped up here and sniped the skeletons from here. Sorry, but I was hearing things being eaten, and I needed to check out what was being eaten. Thank you. Was that the treasure? I doubt it. I need those herbs. I don't care if they're protected by the Delmga. Find a way past those stack up trees. I'll pay you 5 times the going rate, no questions asked. Fetch them, and you'll live like a king. Get caught and just don't get caught. Vesric's Grimoire. Ooh. Do we? Where is it? Here. Parasitic Staff summons a staff of negative energy. Arcane Veil, Bursting Force, Ring of Fire. Ooh, I like that song. Don't think there's anything else here. Yeah, it doesn't seem there will be anything else. But it's always worth to check. Come on. The invaluable loggers of Fjord, whose every day was a fight for survival against the angry Delmgan of Emerald Stair, we honor your sacrifice. Surely Abaddon smiles upon your labors and the industry of Fjord that was only possible thanks to your efforts. I'm not gonna pray for shrine at this point. Oh, that's so beautiful. Zora? That's Zora? Let's see something nice there. Sorry. This is a decent location. Good looks. Colin says there's a woman in the woods. Thinks she's giving him eyes. Fool. Lad dashed up to me today. Said we had to stop and had this wild look about him as though I'd insulted his mother. Told him to go home, slip it off. Bastard sucker punched me. Aindon and Mazuk tracked him away. The following entry has messier handwriting and breaks the previous journal format. I'm stuck here, hidden amid the logs. He watches me, the carnage from afar. 4 or 5 figures? Delmgan? Tear through my men. I heard screams. I hope they got away. Some got away. They killed him. He brought them to us and they killed him. Disposed of him as mercilessly as they murdered the others. In the silence, a few of them hold logs and sob. They're sorting through the piles. I can stay here. It's now or never. The rest of the text is obscured by blood and dirt. What is that gun? I'm not entirely sure. There's one there. Oh. Ooh. Use magic. Ooh. Hello. I didn't notice you. Ay, 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 ay. More? Oh. I didn't see him. Light minions. Hey, if he only summons minions, then that's no problem.
That it?
It was speaking about 4, 5 or 5, 6 figures. We've got 2.
Who's there? Somebody help! Can anyone hear me?
Where are you? Not down there. That's not him either. Oh! Where are you? Okay, give me a moment. I won't make it. Ah, I made it. The shadows. Okay, that won't be hard. That is unless I will get hit. Give me a moment. Eora spinner and sprawling fire pot recipe. Eora spinner, sprawling kraken horn, potatoes, hunt, hair, water. The cup of the sprawling cooks more evenly when diced, but can be braised and enjoyed whole. Don't discard the body. Cut it into thin strips of fungus jerky. Is this supposed to relate to delicious in dungeon? Let's see. Oh, he might be here. Hello? That's not what I wanted. Now I'm in trouble. I'm in a big trouble. Okay, we fell down here. Not what I wanted.
Keep going. I'm down here.
Right.
This one's mine. Time to grab.
Good job. Good job.
Watch your back.
Second wheel. It's precisely the reason I took it.
Look right.
Ugh. Why? What is killing me? Please let me go.
Behind you.
Hey, you don't say. But it just killed me, almost. I do need some resistance for poison. And I need to learn how. There is no weak points to it. I don't think there's any. Can you incapacitate? Keep him steady. Honestly.
Next one's mine.
No, are you kidding?
You're mine now. Arms up.
The blights. I know, never did that. I think they summoned more, but didn't usually split into more. How come they didn't kill you?
Another glorious
Eh?
battle.
Oh, finally a rescuer. I was beginning to lose my voice.
Don't move. I have something to fortify you if you're hurt.
I'm not dead yet. Just too tired to climb up. Oh, 1 minute. I'm engrossed in my research. The next thing I know, whoo, my workshop is in this damn pit.
Well, what a find. Did you know these ruins were down here?
Didn't have a clue. They're clearly godless. I can't imagine how old they must be. Quilici warned Vidaro that the roots would swallow the soil. As usual, nobody listened to him. So, here we are. We've never had plants like these. I'm no botanist, but even I can tell that something's not right.
Okay. I'll bet if we searched these ruins, we'd find out what's going on.
I'm not going anywhere yet. You, on the other hand, you might be able to help me. My notes are down here somewhere. They contain priceless data on the wildlife around Fjord.
Okay. In a sinkhole this deep, I don't see how they could have survived.
I know exactly where they are. I just can't get to them. As soon as I dug them out, a gang of sporlings ran off with them. I can heave myself topside in time, but I'm in no shape to fight.
I'll find it, but only if you promise to seek a healer afterwards.
If it makes you feel better, fine. They ran into the ruins. Now hurry.
Thank you.
I can't have a sporling eating my life's work.
Yeah.
For all I know, they could be halfway to Nakutadek by now.
There, okay.
Come and get me.
I'm starting to think that maybe I should begin by trying to sneak up to him, and I don't know, maybe my stealth kill? Maybe. Oh! Didn't expect that. Okay. Actually, don't we have anything to eat that's good? Damage and damage reduction, health and regeneration, intellect resolve, maximum stamina. Perception. Oh, intellect. Might as well. Here's poison. Oh. We're all buffed up. He's
Ready, aim.
Thank you. No, 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 don't fall down, don't fall down. Great, and we're out. Now, we can go and speak to the governor. We are slowly going further and further away from him. Oh?
I really don't think you can deny that everything wrong in Fjord obviously comes from using animancy.
We don't use animancy on our farms in Dawnshore, and our forests aren't trying to kill us.
I don't know what you want from me. The other Animancers and I are just doing the best we can to survive.
Fjord will be better able to survive if they accept help from the adherents.
The adherents have already made great strides in bringing order to Paradise.
I just want to go home without being harassed.
Did you leave the guy? Who are you?
I have things to do, you know.
What happens when this madness spreads to Dawnshore?
How else will they learn if we don't tell them how things should be?
Hello.
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giatta's about to tear that poor man a new one.
Giatta?
One of our animancers. She's bright as a spark, but a mite confrontational. She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giatta's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
Maybe she could help me. I'm looking to consult with an Animancer.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I was hoping to learn some local curses.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when animancers fight.
This is not the governor's manor? Okay, this is the city. Okay, let's go in.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way.
And to whom am I speaking?
Captain Alfair of the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Metaphysically speaking, it's unlikely that Animancers are causing this plague.
While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adheran interests when the time comes.
Of course. What are you talking about?
We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
I know,
Does
right?
subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Well, it shouldn't. Oh, hello.
And all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the Living Lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim.
What's your role in Eora?
Officially, I'm one of the many researchers here. My specialty is in the anatomy of the many species of Eora.
Sounds interesting. Why are you here instead of researching?
If you must know, Vulpinet, these bounties are more pressing than my research. Someone had to be chosen to man the board. That person happens to be me. At least some of these bounties result in interesting specimens to study.
Okay, I'll return when I have bounties to collect.
Aurat Augori. I hope to see you soon.
Let's see. Beldereno. A reward will be given for killing the Earth Blight known as Beldereno. A number of rangers and settlers perished in natural disaster, and now their souls are bound together in agony, incarnated as the Blight. Please put them out of their misery.
Oh, those poor souls. Please bring them peace, Anika. Becoming part of a blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy.
The Trentors. The notorious Trentor bandit gang located in the Western Forest. These outlaws are responsible for a number of raids on outlying farms. Someone needs to ensure that these raids end for good.
Oh, the Trentons. A bunch of butzos, if you ask me. But they are dangerous, I'll admit. Watch yourself out there.
Old Nuna. Ancient and dangerous bear that has taken a precedence within the grotto. Some citizens familiar with the region's history recognize this bear as Old Nuna, a beast responsible for the deaths of many rangers.
Be careful with Old Nuna. I have a theory that her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate suffusion of essence.
Delamgam. A group of Delamgam within the Western Forest. They have been acting more aggressive lately, attacking rangers on patrol and researchers out in the field.
Ah, those Delamgan. They are not evil, it is just in their nature to push back against the expansion of civilization. Still, survival of the fittest and all that, ne?
Sansa, a cartographer in Paradise, has reported his assistant Fleckia missing in the Emerald Stair. A reward will be offered for the return of Fleckia's cartographic notes, below is her last correspondence posted to provide clues to her whereabouts. Good day to you, Sansa. I hope this letter finds you well. I am pleased to report new progress on my charts of the Emerald Stair. I have taken up near a curious ruin that the locals call Neku Tedek. Godless, perhaps? I will note it. Such architecture I have never seen. I know I should be diligent and focus on my work, but I cannot help worrying that my presence here is a burden. Though the Fiorians welcomed me warmly, it is clear that they have fallen on hard times. I hope to finish quickly. I am yet another mouth to feed. No? Okay. Zoribs. Zoribs that have taken a precedence at the abandoned farms northwest of Fjord. If those farms are ever to be reclaimed, the Zoribs will need to be driven away from the land. Also nothing? Oh, okay. But I need to take a quick little break, so I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Oi, 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 oi. Of course I hit mouse. Okay, let's visit the...
Can I interest you in some glaive berries or Barrett's bells, perhaps?
Would you not speak like that to me? Beautiful Hector. I write this without hope, knowing you'll never see it. Every day I come into your tea shop, watch your lips mutter about the noise and complain about contention. Yet the only contention I feel is within my heart. I order your tea, sit in the corner as you serve other customers, but you never notice. I imagine what has captured your thoughts each time you lose focus and stare at the wall with a blank expression. Each time, I wish that it was me you looked at with those glazed, blurry eyes. Forever your magpie, Albert.
Welcome to Poria in Velino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair.
How's business going?
5 summers ago, business was thriving. But now charlatans are selling crystals and essence enlargers in the streets. Add rumors of Dream Scourge and everyone is buying from these swindlers. At least you've come in.
You could profit by selling such products yourself, too.
I could, easily. But in the long run, where would that get me? I would be no better than them. I used to believe Animancers would trust science, but I'm beginning to doubt that. At least I don't have to convince you.
Oh, I need supplies. What do you have? You have some exceptional tech, which I would love to... No, I don't need it. That exceptional grimoire of elements? Why not? Why not? I can sell you some of my stuff. Right there. But fine scale armor, yeah, that's no problem. I can sell it. Do we have enough? Of greater elements even. Fireball, yeah, but I cannot use them. Well, I need level 5 wizard. No, it requires Grimoire Mastery 1. And give me a moment. Grimoire abilities, yes. Grimoire Mastery, it's this. I could not get it. So I will take the exceptional Grimoire of Elements. I think. Anything else that's interesting? Not really. Minoleta's Conduit. Charge Missile. That's also nice. Hit, Steel Blast, and bonus shock damage. Not of Embers of Elements. Yes. So this one then. Just to have one, in case I'll need it. Okay.
Prices seem a bit steep.
Genuine healing crystals, purest in all of Eora. Rejuvenate and revitalize your personal essence.
Yeah, sure. Hello?
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the Dream Scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
You recite from the scripture of Berah.
You recognize the scripture? How wonderful! Perhaps someday we can recite it together. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger. The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Even angry spirits could not cause anything as dire as the problems facing Fjord.
It is not wise to underestimate the wrath of spirits who believe they have been forgotten. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
I doubt the spirits consume the food, but the goodwill in the gesture has a calming effect on the dead.
That could very well be true. But however it works, neglecting the ritual clearly has had dire effects for Fjord.
What do you need us to do?
You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Whose bodies rest there?
Loggers from the old days. They sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here.
And the third?
The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
Maybe this will help you find some peace as well.
That is the least of my worries. But yes, bringing closure to the recent dead will finally allow me a good night's sleep. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Sure. Enter homes.
I am not accustomed to failure.
Ugh, neither am I. But it happens to the best of us, no? They made up their minds before we even started.
Thank you for your humble application to the Necromancer's workshop of Fjord Vernal. We regret to inform you that admittance cannot be granted at this time. While your proposal on using Adra implements to siphon essence to specific genital features of male anatomy was certainly unexpected, we suggest you reconsider your suggestions for practical application. Sincerely, Per Culiucci, Necromancer's workshop. Dude.
It's okay, we'll try again.
But it's the 3rd time.
You know how it is. Their standards are impossible. It isn't personal.
Of course it's personal. It's the Necromancer's workshop.
Is there something I can do to help?
Maybe we need some feedback on our proposal.
Using essence to cure male flaccidity is uncharted territory. I'm sure of our thesis.
To use essence on something as trivial as that.
I assure you, for many people, this is not trivial. For many, this is a matter of health and self-image.
We treat this important issue with the utmost respect, even down to the proposal's title.
What do you think of this? Boning without bones, essence and the performativity of male anatomy.
Consider this. From stick to stone, using essence to augment male performance.
I suggest erecting the future, the burgeoning science of manimancy.
That's brilliant, huh? Simply brilliant.
We've done it again.
Wait until they read this. The days of packing rope are at an end.
It's nothing else. I will take you, Charlie. By order of the governor's will and office, all grains, fruits, and grain of the earth are to be rationed by Fiore's proper authority, effective immediately. These temporary measures shall be in place until further notice. Any attempts at subversion shall be swiftly dealt with. Ignazi Vidaro, Bel Souvent of Emerald Stair.
Empty again.
Seems that way.
Vidaro says the current crop looks promising.
How can he know that? He's not a farmer.
Be patient. He hasn't steered us wrong before.
The apothecary shop. Martin. Please apologize to your customers for the delay in sending this order. I'm afraid we can only send half of what you requested. The herbal yield in Emerald Stair was less than I would hope this season for quality medicinals and tinctures. I hope this shipment suffices for the time being. Sincerely, Aprit, Poria, and Velina. Do you guys know? This won't be possible to open. Notice hastily scrawled, but radius with love. LM. I hope this note finds you well. What an occasion, despite the lackluster fruit. You always were the life of the party, despite your claims otherwise. I look forward to more antics soon. Till we meet again, FB. You? No, okay.
Giata, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops! Look at your city! The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home!
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it!
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now!
Okay.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Sorry to interrupt. I am also looking into the Dream Scourge.
In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Private discussion? You're arguing in the middle of the town.
We have Giata to thank for that.
As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
That's why I'm here. Perhaps an Necromancer can help me stop it.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
I like her already.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
But you do. What would it take for you to fix it?
Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Chiata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
He's the one taking all the risks here.
You must be unfamiliar with animancy. There's always collateral damage. Are you going to tell her about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident. But look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
If we work together, I wouldn't stand between you and your ambitions.
Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Chiata.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Chiata Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Chiata is an outcast.
You're making a mistake.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Okay.
Another mouth to feed.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
But don't I need to speak with you still? Bedroom key, okay. I guess we will be able to find it somewhere around here. This is not a door.
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
Okay, great. Oh, that's pretty. I have sworn to the people on my father's honor that there is no dream scourging emerald Stair. If it exists, it cannot touch our lands. When I'm alone at night, I must remind myself of that promise, again and again, even if I must scream it to these empty halls. So why do I feel threads pulling away from the fabric of my community while I strain to hold them together? Is the old man and his protégé, or else my imagination? But probably them. Mother's condition isn't helping my cause, neither does mine. We'll get there in a moment. Nothing here. An idiot, you know that. My son, tomorrow I become the effigy. Tomorrow I become Scan's embodiment on Eora. Tomorrow my master choke on his own whip. Huh. And French ritual was the daughter. Maybe that's what I'm wrong. Animacy in the modern age. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we read. I went for that. European calendar. Governor, my research points to one inevitable conclusion. The harvest will fail. Before ignoring me again, read on. Listen, my father spoke of a river of souls flowing through the island. The souls feed our crops and power our machines. We agree on that much. What do you think happens when the river gets polluted? If you don't believe me, look at your own farms. The soil is hollow. It might even have the dream scourge. The time has come to break the bones of the living lands and set them in more agreeable fashion. It may be Fjord Messiverno's only hope. We should discuss this in person. I'm confident you'll see reason. Gietta Castel. Governor Vidaro, all this talk of the dream scourge infecting the land has grown too loud to ignore. If it was just Quilici, we could see our way past it. Call him senile and the discussion's over, yes? But now Gietta is speaking for him, and you'd be hard-pressed to find an Animacer who doesn't trust Gietta Castel. To put it plainly, we demand results of one kind or another. Let the old man do his research or find some way to discredit him. If you're lucky, he'll discredit himself. What are you afraid of, Ignacy? We wonder. Either way, this has to end. It's tearing us apart. Your father would have put a stop to it by now. With patience. Your friends in town. A stealth copy of the midwife's memoirs. No, I'm not.
I'm sorry you had to witness that spectacle. Gietta is a spirited Animancer, but she can be intolerable at times. Whatever you may think of us, I welcome you to Fjord Messiverno.
You really don't believe this crisis is as bad as it looks?
I believe the nature of the living lands is unpredictable, and animancy is our best chance at getting it under control. But what Gietta wishes to do is more dangerous by far than what she's trying to solve. Quilici wants us panicking over what he can't even prove. If there's a threat to Emerald Stair, it's that old man and his fear-mongering. Don't waste your time on him.
Why are you so afraid of him?
He was loyal to my father, but never to me. And he knows how to rally others to his side.
He reminds me of a lieutenant I served under. Led us into a trap because he wouldn't admit his maps were wrong.
If there's nothing more, I have a city to run.
Very well. Did you stay here? No. No, you will stay there. No, of course. Ignacy, I write this in a rare moment of clarity. Before he left us, your father was a proud, stubborn, wonderful man. Let me offer you a word of advice on his behalf. Those who rule with power are destined to be overthrown by power. Those who rule with heart are destined to be cherished long after they are gone. I can feel the fog drifting back over my thoughts. Goodbye, Ignacy. Hopefully not for long. Your mother, Esther. Shimmering wings, gnashing teeth, chew through the dirt. Where are my hands, Ignacy? Where are my hands? My hands, my hands, my hands.
Is this the governor's mother? What a shame.
The Velen Republic swindled me out of the Songreta Ducala, denied me my born right to lead Spiranto's government. I would not take such insults lying down. Scan was behind me all along, whispering into my ear, caressing my shoulder with skinless fingers. Together we sowed a revolution. Now you can actually taste the fruited door. I can only imagine the days Spirento awoke to discover the empty halls of academia, the village libraries. Where did our brightest minds go? Where are the Animancers? They blamed me, yet they had no one to blame but themselves. We journeyed to this frontier in defiance of the Valiant Republics. We remain because our community is a living revolution, proof that we can thrive without a golden chain about our necks.
My hands. My hands.
Ooh.
Sharp talons.
I thought it was him. Okay. To the west. So this way. I am offering a substantial reward to anyone who can locate the remains of Maxim Vidaro, who vanished in the wilderness of Emerald Stair 10 years ago. His journal is also missing, and will accept it as a proof of the discovery. Maxim was our founder, my father, and a devout Skinite. He would not have left us without good reason, so I have every reason to believe he hasn't gone far. Vidaro. Come on. I think this is... Oh right, this is north, so that's west.
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment, I'm Mika.
Hi, Steven. Stefan?
Well,
Stefan.
I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
Do Animacers have much use for weapons and armor?
Nay, not really. But not all of us in Fjord are Animancers, you know. Besides humble craftsmen such as myself, we have the Rangers to outfit. Under normal circumstances, I'd not sell to a traveler like yourself. But as I'm sure you've seen, these are not normal circumstances. Care to see what I have?
But you're not an Animacer.
Officially no, but I have been known to dabble with essence infusion here and there. I have one such item for sale, actually. A beautiful mace made of star metal, crafted by the finest smiths of Solace Keep and enchanted by yours truly. It is a wonder to behold. Care to see?
Yes. Sure. Ooh. Ooh, I would love that. That much though. No. That's no, I won't. Okay, I may start selling some spoiled stuff. That. I keep pressing it too quickly. Definitely not selling my lockpicks. Yeah, also this. Parkour speed. No thank you. No thank you. Slowly regenerate essence while close to companion. Okay, I'll leave that. Fire damage I will leave. Drinking a potion clears all your accumulations. That also sounds nice. Am I gonna use that? I'm using wind and wave. Slowly regenerate up to 30% of your maximum health during the day. Right? Slowly regenerate up to 30% of your maximum essence. Hey, wait. Not far at all. No. I'm at the Emerald Stair. And I just gotten into the city. And spoken to governor, so no. I'm still very much at the beginning of the game. Let's see. So I have some things I can sell. That's a nice maze. But you have lockpicks, so I'm gonna buy those. Yeah.
To my fine establishment, I mean.
So if I go this, the living lands. So yeah, we are here at the second location. Taking my sweet time and not rushing anything. I haven't... Okay, give me a moment. I haven't found too many bugs yet. The serious one I have found is that when I tried to get into a boat, I got stuck in it and was floating in the boat and couldn't get out. But other than that, I think it's fairly polished. Forget me out tonic. Side effects may include amnesia surrounding the dosage period. Forget me out. Yeah, forget me out. Tides and moons. I'm pretty sure I read that. Okay. What was that? I don't know if they will patch it or not, but at some point my decision was strictly tied to having enough lightning bombs or lightning spells. Having lightning spells. So I hope if when they give you the choice that they fix it, that you can actually make the choice, not depending on your current equipment. But yeah, still better than Pathfinder. To my colleagues, friends, and naysayers, you are hereby invited to a demonstration of my latest achievement, that of spiritual self-combustion. Bear witness as I set fire to my very essence merely to prove that I can. You doubt me? Then come watch me fail. Do you trust me? Then come watch me go out in a blaze of glory. Either way, you will be entertained. I anticipate a large and captive audience. Giacomo Filuccio. You? No, you are Montopastor.
Excuse me, but I'm that busy.
The Adra is healthy. It's the essence I'm concerned about.
This again.
Recent history on Queen's birth. The arrival of Valiance.
You're beginning to sound like Giata.
Have you ever stopped and listened to her? She might be onto something.
I'm sure her mother.
The only thing I hope they included was some markings to the books and the texts, because I did notice that some of them are from the first game, maybe some are from the second game, and it would be a really nice thing to be able to tell them apart. I do remember some text from Pillars of Eternity 1, but I don't know the ones from the second installment. Animacy is a magnet for naysayers who cherish ignorance over progress and safety over opportunity. I do not deny that our art has produced some misfortune over the years. Belreach, Brackenbury, and the event at the Castle House, to name a few. But why should these isolated incidents cast such a long shadow? When a ship sinks to the bottom of the ocean, no one forces merchants to abandon their trade. I say that we resist societies in just cool to smash our machines and burn our research. We are Necromancers. Society is welcome to join us, but we won't hesitate to leave them in our dust. It's surely happening in the same world, different continent, though I cannot enter the stairs. For sure the magical system is the same, the Adra crystals, the Wheel of Souls are the same. I don't think the events from the first game are recognized in here, but I just read it that there were events of animancy failing. One of those is mentioned in the first game as well. I don't know how about the texts from the second game. I haven't played that yet. The first and second are for sure connected by the timeline, by the events as well. This one, not so much. It is happening in the same world. That much I know, different continent for sure. The moons of Eora again. We just... Okay. The art of malicious compliance. When our governor told me to stop bothering him, I moved out of town. When he told me to hire cheap farmhands, I raised the dead. Now he leaves me alone. I have won. For Mess Evna was founded on the principle of insubordination. In order to preserve our legacy, we must become a community of the ungovernable.
What do you think of Giatta's theory? Well, my experiments have been a little...
unpredictable. Like, the essence has no sense of direction.
How did you know?
We should talk, but not here.
No, go ahead. Yes, both Pillars of Eternity games are in the same world as Avowed. A time-worn adage among practitioners of the arcane arts avers that early wizards compelled imps to service not out of desire for their assistance, but to banish them from underfoot. I doubt it not at all, for one could not conjure more unruly, noisome, maltreated, or irascible aid. Why then do we employ these diminutive meddlers? Imps, dear reader, are to a wizard's sanctum as rats are to a ship. Whether of malign instinct or pure mischievousness, they infiltrate our laboratories with alarming regularity. Ninagov conjectures in his sensitivity of simpletons that imps infest any locus of concentrated mystical influence, and accounts of the creatures lurking among the uninhabited ruins of Engwith seem to corroborate his supposition. Yet a wizard's domicile seemed to possess a particular appeal to them, regardless of whether it resides at the nexus of spiritual power or no. Left to their own devices, the winged miscreants accrue loose baubles, hoarding them in filthy dens as often as not established in our cupboards and privies. Seemingly possessed of an antiquity dealer's discernment, each prefers to pilfer the most valuable paraphernalia and potent artifacts, yet they remain pathetically inept in the use of even the simplest gewgaw. I admit the imp's general incompetence makes them appealing retainers. One of the little cretins may displace a favorite wand of elemental power, but little peril exists of it activating the instrument of immolating your collected volumes of arcana. The same cannot be said of apprentices. Yet the beasts present a danger to the unwary, for they possess a low cunning not unlike that of Zoribs and Orans. Without a domineering hand to direct them, imps rapidly regress to their base instincts. As a result of their propensity for pack behavior, even transitory leniency with a single imp can imperil a wizard's entire collection. Okay. This book narrates one scholar's dissection of all matters relating to the care of household imps, focusing notably on their cleaning and housebreaking. One passage has been underlined with a deep press of a quill. Never allow imps to learn spells or wield artifacts of power. Their bodies sponge up the essence remainder and grow exponentially larger in size. One of my household servants pilfered a ring from my collection and grew to the size of an horse before I had him properly trained. Their glands also grow more pungent than mere writing can hope to encompass, so beware. Don't give imps magic. Okay. Can I open those? Can I open those? No. So probably those can't be opened either. Oh. The one pain I have with this game is that I can never tell which door can be opened and which cannot. Okay. They all look the same to me. You're supposed to go even further here.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
He must have his reasons.
I can think of one. He's an entitled little worm who can't stand to be proven wrong.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
Okay, I'm sorry about your exile, but can we focus on fighting the Dream Scourge?
We'll have fewer resources to work with, but anything's possible. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
How so?
I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
You didn't expect to see a Darian envoy, you didn't expect to see a godlike, you didn't expect to see a godlike that has mushrooms all over them. We've been all of that. Okay. That is true, not everyone in Aether hates animancy, but the few who does not are also hated by most of the society. If we can stop the Dream Scourge, I'm willing to look past my biases.
How generous of you. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
Yes, I know. Okay, you're not the first one to say that. As people keep reminding me, exactly.
Sorry. I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Are you alright?
I just realized this is the end. I have to leave your Miss Everno. Forever.
Well, nothing ends. Think of it as new beginning with new friends.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be alright. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I've gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the Animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
Will your colleagues even talk to me after what happened to you?
Don't worry. Ignacy can't banish us all. Monto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us.
Yeah, I met
Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Okay. And what's your theory on the Dream Scourge anyway?
I'd rather not speculate until we have more data. If you have questions, I'm sure the others can answer them. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
You forgot the speaker of the mushrooms. Yeah, also we are hearing voices. So that seems to be a reoccurring theme in the games I play. There's... I think it's the... I saw this book play. Ecology of the Living Lands by Arthur Castell. No one can explain why the living lands naturally grows and thrives in an unnatural manner. We have seen plant life consume mountains overnight. Creatures tall enough to knock over mighty trees. And beneath it all, a potent river of wild essence. Civilization has not found a stable foothold in the living lands. Whenever we try, there is some reprisal. Almost as if the island knows how to shrug us off. Oh, so maybe we are speaking to the island itself.
Careful, or we'll get thrown out of the pub. We're already thrown out. Really? Huh. And when did that happen? Can't say as I remember. You, my friend.
Among animantic notes and scribbles is a brief excerpt that catches the attention. I have gained much in my latest initiative, and I have enjoyed myself despite my misgivings. Still, soon will come the day when I no longer need court either of them, and I do long to return to my sweet solitude. Until then, however, I must work. While Senia's work remains unscrutably meticulous, I have liberated the innovations I feel would be most beneficial to my own goals. And while I bristle at Isalia's continued frivolity, her insights under the influence of drink have proven that her notes contain value I could not find elsewhere. It could be said that neither deserves the ill that I am doing to them, but I argue that both will benefit by seeing their work brought to light, even if credit is never received where it is due.
Need some water.
Good to know. The same guy.
I had one job.
And he's gone. Oh, here he is. Hello, Fidelio.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
I've got time. What's the matter?
My 2 youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
They've disappeared before, haven't they?
3 times this month. They're going to be the death of me. They're besotted. I can't get them to think about anything else. Belena and Adalaro were my most promising recruits. Now, all they do is sneak off to...
Dip the pen in the inkwell?
I wouldn't have put it that way, but all right.
Well, there's worse places to make the 4-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and I...
Well... And you're here, drowning your sorrows. Yeah, that is some leader.
Look at this place. Sinkholes to the left, bad crops to the right. Everyone here is exhausted. This is the first rest I've had in days. Meanwhile, the Necromancers and Vidaro fiddle with their experiments. But that's no concern of ours until my rangers come home. The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Okay.
Dutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
I didn't plan on looking for them right away. I have my own stuff to do.
Can anything be done?
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The Necromancers never know when to shut their mouths.
Every town has its quirks. I would know.
Sounds like you've traveled a fair bit. Although even by Fior standards, tensions are at a breaking point. Except Giata and Quilici, that is. They are the only Necromancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
Not taking the Dream Scourge seriously is a mistake.
Try telling that to Vidaro and the Necromancers. But the rest of us, we've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad, terror stalking the wilderness day and night.
It's always carry a sliver of truth.
That's what scares me. Whatever is happening, it's coming for us. Although I admit Fior is in a bad way. Dream Scourge or not. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
Yes. Lockpicks, lockpicks. And of course I did it the wrong way.
Welcome back, envoy.
Apparently I need to buy all the lockpicks in the in every city. So I never have enough. And as far as I know, there is no way to create more on your own. What's that? Giata's basement key. Giata, I need your key. Stop where you are. The Castell family laboratory is closed to the public and hazardous to life. All right, the basement. Nothing in here is worth dying for. There is no research or renown to be discovered, only a danger we still do not understand, which may yet linger even in the absence of life. It is important that you understand my parents were the greatest animorphs who ever lived, and they did not leave this place the way they entered. What happened to them can happen to you. Now I'm even more intrigued. I do remember some screwed up stuff caused by animancy. Gietta, are you well? Ever since I moved away, I hear only rumors about what happens inside the walls of Fior Messiverno, and the rumors alone are cause for concern. They say you've been starting fights with the governor, stirring unrest at the workshop, turning animancers against each other. I adore you too much to believe such nonsense, most of it anyway, but allow me to give you a word of advice. There is a pattern to this behavior even if you think there isn't. You believe that your ambitions are being held back, so you hold them back further by alienating everyone in reach, and thus prove your own point. Trust me, I know from experience. As did your mother. Be careful that you don't hurt yourself in the crusade to be proven right. Come and visit me sometime. Put aside your worries and clear your mind. Silvio misses you. Elia. Can the key be... That's gold. Gietta, once our patrol is over, a few of rangers are grabbing drinks at the Bone and Bowl. Would you care to join us? Of course, I understand if you're busy again. The offer still stands. It doesn't even have to be with the other rangers. It could just be the two of us, sitting and talking. Well, now I've said too much. You get the idea. Best of luck with your experiments. I wonder... What the hell is that sound? Huh. I wonder if we will find some stray souls. Hey. What the... That shouldn't be here. Common grimoire. Oh, thank you very much. The key. There's no key. This crop shortage is the perfect opportunity to test my family's research, but of course I'm getting nowhere with Ignacy. He has the town wrapped around his little finger. Not like he's the governor of the city. You would think a community of free-thinking animasters would embrace a little innovation, but no, not even to save their lives. What would Mother have done? Though I suppose I don't need to ask. Perhaps I can succeed where she failed. As soon as I get the courage to enter the lab. Someday. Just not today. Nature as we know it is ours. We dam its rivers. We cut down its forests. But the metaphysical world, the nature next door, that is the true prize. When we can break the spirit world like a stubborn horse, the possibilities are endless. Today we grow crops, tomorrow souls. Yeah, there was that one guy in First Pillars that tried to absolve the reincarnated souls. What is that? I think this is something we can pick up. But long story short, he failed and it was horrible. Kinda like lobotomy in the end. She probably has the key on her. And I cannot unlock it without picks, right? Right. Okay. I will be back there. I will find out what is in the basement. Souls are made of essence. Essence is made of... Why are hostile spirits visible to the naked eye? Undiscovered gods, mapping the beyond, soul compass, is that something? How to hide or work from the gods? Tea? Soul tea? If I don't settle on a dissertation topic, my mentor is going to kill me.
Forward and reach with insight.
Insight, you say?
Indeed. The spirits have access to
Would you
life.
care for a refreshment?
A little knowledge.
If you are looking for sanctuary, you have found it. The Gifted Magpie is a house of calm, rational discussion. We have only 2 rules of conduct. Maintain dignity and speak in a soft tone of voice.
Okay, what is that enchanting smell?
Cloves, cinnamon, and anise are just a few of the remedies that help foster a peaceful environment. Animancers are miracle workers, but their work breeds obsession, rivalry, and bitter disagreement.
It does.
Consider the dream scourge. One crisis, many ways to manage it, all of them frustrating in their contradictions. This tea house is where troubled minds come to approach problems from a quieter angle.
Sounds like you're running a public service.
Fior Mesiverno values individualism, but I much prefer to focus on the health of the community. Now, will there be anything else?
Yes. Some tea, please.
Regrettably, we are out of tea. My stockpile is exhausted, and the harvest has not kept up with demand. We have other goods for sale, if you care to peruse them. Trinkets I have collected over the years.
No tea in a tea house.
The fields have been unproductive of late, and what grows has not risen to our standard. I am hopeful that this is a temporary setback and not a sign of things to come.
Hey, did you know that a Brit has a crush on you?
What? I mean, I'm sorry. What? Could you possibly elaborate?
Oh, why don't you ask her yourself?
Oh, what a horrible idea. It's just that these sorts of things happen to other people, but never me. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Hi, any advice?
You're overthinking this. Invite her around for a cup of tea.
It seems I need to gather my wits and figure out what to do next. I have no skill with romance, you see. Oh dear.
For now, the voice acting is great. I love how the voices are so different. Oh, there's not. Because sometimes, in some games you get people speaking the same way or with the same accents, but here I can picture who is speaking by just listening to them. A good ranger is prepared for any challenge, but the best ranger has snacks on hand. Now that I have retired, I have no further need for my coat of many pockets. Use it in good health, though mind the cramps and the smell of cheese.
I have been thinking about the moon.
No, please.
There is no harm on the
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence.
Okay.
A moment of your time, my friend? Tell me, what do you know about your soul?
Well, I am a godlike, so I've got some divine heritage.
Wrong.
Hey!
Your soul is an ancient, wondrous thing, suffused with lifetimes of rich, delicious memory. But it's tired, my friend, heavy with the burden of generations and too weak to survive another turning of the wheel.
And how much do I pay you to lighten my soul?
That's the beauty of it. The first treatment's on the house. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention to the highest setting and attuned it to your soul.
Yeah.
So tell me, how do you feel? Better already, huh?
You use some ridiculous machine on my soul?
Another skeptic? Oh well. I can see my talents are wasted here. No charge for the treatment. Best of luck with your soul.
Hope you don't start seeing other people's past lives or anything.
Don't go that way. Been there, done that, never again. Too much reading. Yes, she is. But you know, dealing with your lives, basically. I heard the sound of a chest. Oh, here it is. I've finally done it. I'm studying at the academy. My dreams come true. The equipment here far exceeds anything available to me at home. And the knowledge. My colleagues are also brilliant. One has even offered me a great boon. Ollie says he has a way of enchanting one's trousers to elevate one's performance in the bedroom. Why everyone is so obsessed about sex in this city? He says it's still experimental and I mustn't tell anybody, but he promises results. Perhaps I shall find a lover for keeps within this bastion of animacy and kindness. I am confounded. My colleague snickers as I pass. Their laughter is undeniable. I do not understand. Have I committed some great faux pas? Hopefully they can forgive my ignorance. To do. Formulate plan to retrieve pants from a top modus animacy machine. Formulate plan to reclaim my honor. Exact revenge upon Ollie. Perhaps try the essence enlarger offered in the town square. I'm gonna take your money for that. Okay, this will be third. And it's also all animancers who are obsessed with sex. And I'm sorry, not with sex, with performance. Yeah, with bedroom performance. And we are back. Ah, yes, we are back. At not the Emperor. Governor. Yeah, Governor's Manor. There's a tavern, there's a shop.
Hello. Welcome
Yeah.
to my fine establishment, Amica.
Actually, to go out, I think. I want to go there. I want to explore, but there's stuff we need to do. Okay. They have like real human needs. And real human, I don't know, wants. The ambitions are also human. Just like that. Hello.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop.
What do you know about metaphysical anomalies in the living lands?
More than most, but less than I would like. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked.
That's not good. Giatta said your machine could help her research.
Yes, her theory of the dream scourge, I'm quite familiar. What I need is a stronger power source.
Are you currently using copper or Adra?
Copper allows greater power modulation through shaping, but Adra has the potential to store more essence. I could use a large single block of Adra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove.
A what? Wait, what is Adragon? I don't know. I cannot check it. History and lore. Ancient beings who are spiritually bound to an Adra pillar. They defend their home pillars until death against encroaching civilization, explorers, or anyone they perceive to be a threat. Okay. At the risk of starting the obvious, we're standing in front of a massive Adra pillar.
Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgan in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delamgan queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
If you can convince her to hand it over, I'll be more than impressed.
I'll be impressed if I'll remember not to kill any guards. Do we have anything else to do in this city? There's as far as I can zoom out. No, I think it's a rather small city, honestly. So we must exit. Either way, I would like. We can speak to both Kai and what was his name? Not Melchior. What was your name? Marius. Oh. But to speak to them, I need to find a place to camp. That is definitely closer. But okay. So let's see. How does it look here? Oh my god. My pathing is very interesting. The sinkhole. Oh, we've been there. Ah, Philip. We need to return to him. We'll go there, then we will go back to coastal farms, speak to Elia, speak to Remy and Yvette. I was sure I've done the logging camp. Okay, never mind. Okay, I put. That was a boar, not boar, bear.
You died alone in the strangle route. Why? Don't you?
What?
And
Oh.
the ambassador just found him?
He just happened to be dead?
I hadn't thought about it. But now that you bring it up...
There's more to it, I'm telling you. The Adirians are hiding something.
I usually don't look at the map at all. I just run from point to point like, oh, this seems interesting, I want to check it out. Oh,
this place has seen better days.
now this seems interesting, I want to check this out. And then I create this weird pattern. It's barred. The key. No, this is barred. It's not like, not that it's locked. It's barred from the inside. Oh. Here? No. Yeah, that's a skeleton wizard. Second.
Here they come.
Oh, don't, please don't. They're so horrible, but also so pretty.
You're mine now. Good one.
If I'll be known for anything, it won't be for subtle usage of magic. With offering.
Win and pure, I guess.
It still brings a smile to my face when I destroyed one wall with a grenade, and I didn't have to. There was an option to walk around it, but I didn't see it. I threw a grenade, and then that one guy was behind me, screaming, "What are you doing, you lunatic? Why did you do that? You could have walked around it." That was wonderful. That's sports. It's no use. I hide the truffles under the floorboards, but the boars still come for them. Damn things must be able to smell them from miles away. First they uproot my entire herb garden, now this. One of these days I'll wake up and find it crushed through my door and torn the entire place apart. Probably me too at this rate. I don't care how much they pay for travels in Spirento. This isn't worth it. I'm heading for the docks tomorrow. I can pay my trade. Ply my trade anywhere. Floorboards? Yeah, there definitely were boars here. No. No truffles? Good. Well, I wanna keep on that way, but I saw some spider webs. Oh, come on. Why? And what is that? And what is that? It's even more impressive. Okay, I think there is some forest, but mostly the place is surrounded by single trees. Not forest per se. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh, that's the queen. Wait, is that it? Did I already... No. Delmgan Queen. If you avoid killing many of her guards, it's not all of her guards, just many. Okay, I can work with that. But I believe it's not that. Rangers, battle scars. Resting in Zorka. Wait. Nagrove, west of town. West. Here. Oh. Never mind. Okay, so we are safe to get rid of that spider. And... No! I was betrayed. The queen is dead. Guys, come here. And... oh my goodness, what am I even doing? Go away. Oh, not this. God damn it.
Watch yourselves.
Unfortunately or not. It's not possible really to do some quickly do something here. I might have sold the only thing that... oh, this one. Spring berries.
Here it comes.
And I'm gonna loot the things. Nothing really interesting. Oh. What do we have here? Zorib tongue! If only I didn't need it earlier, and now I don't. Doesn't matter. What do we have down here? Is it? Oh, I thought there was a sinkhole going down.
That tower's for Fjord's Rangers.
Okay.
It's where they stand around and argue about the best route to Shatterscar.
Oh, there's a cave here. Ooh. Yildi's handy hide. Yeah, I still need to find a camping spot. I didn't forget about that. Those mushrooms made sounds. Why? Oh, probably this way.
Let's go. Here we go.
Yeah. Please hold him, hold him, hold him. What the? That's the first one. Oh, they explode. But we have wild mushroom cup cooking. Thank you. What is he doing there? At the tower. But the Zorib. But the tower. But Zorib. I wanted to say hi. I wanted to talk to him. Okay, let's go to the tower. Not all Zoribs are aggressive, we know that. With some we can talk. I swear there's way too little Zoribs that we can talk to. Oh, it's a waystone, okay. Wait. The tower.
Listen, we'll get to the bottom of this. Not sure how, but we'll get there. I agree that this is important, Masoni, but if we don't focus on hunting, people will starve.
How is a potential murderer in our ranks not your top priority? You don't think it's real, is that it? You think I'm jumping at shadows?
Excuse me, Ranger. May I have a word?
One moment, please, Envoy. We were just finishing.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not saying it's impossible, Masoni. Only that more immediate dangers require our attention. We'll talk about it later.
Meanwhile, someone's tearing us apart from the inside.
Seems like there's no shortage of try. crises in Emerald Stair.
The roots, the sinkholes, the plague, the famine, and now this? It feels like we're besieged on every side. We've suspected the killer among our ranks for several days, but there hasn't been time to investigate.
There hasn't been time? A traitor in your ranks is serious.
I told you I'll do it.
And lose my best hunter to whatever might have taken Monato and Verano? Absolutely not. I cannot risk you, Massoni. We've had to redouble our hunting to feed Fior, and the bandits and Zarips are running us ragged. Every ranger we lose brings us closer to starvation.
What makes you think there's a murderer among your rangers?
Two of our best, Monato and Verano, have failed to report back. Neither of them would fall easily to creatures they faced 100 times before.
Monato is the most skilled tracker we have, and Verano is our most accomplished archer.
I've heard of Monato. He hunted the Black Padfoot a few months back. That thing was impossible to track, but he did it.
You really think one of their own would betray them?
The only threat they wouldn't be prepared for would come from someone they trust.
As if that weren't enough, my rangers spotted a stranger near town this morning. They kept to the shadows, wearing some kind of mask.
I'm not gonna comment.
Tell her about Durso and Casagrada.
All right, Envoy, if you really want to get involved. Two of my rangers have been acting strangely since the others disappeared. Rangers Dorso and Casagrada.
That's a powerful accusation to make. I know you rangers are a tight bunch.
Would they really turn on their own brethren?
Both are good people, but they're connected with my missing men. And they haven't been particularly forthcoming.
What makes you suspicious of Dorso and Casagrada?
Casagrada has the makings of a good ranger, but he's green. Headstrong.
And quick to anger.
I've seen the type. Rash and proud.
Perfect. Young, strong, and too stupid to know everyone else knows more than he does. Like a yearling splint wolf.
Right. Lately he's been pushing to patrol alone. Says he works better that way. But he's not ready yet.
Then his partner, the veteran Verano, doesn't return with Casagrada from their last foray, and Casagrada has fuck all to say about it?
I can see why you suspect Casagrada.
He's a good sort, or he used to be. But he acts first and thinks later. That gets him and Verano into trouble.
Okay, and what can you tell me about Dorso?
Dorso is a veteran. She came up with Monato and Verano, but she's younger than them, and an uncommonly talented tracker. Monato was her partner. They had a falling out over something to do with your people, Envoy, and shortly after, Monato disappeared.
She's been distant ever since. Doesn't pipe up much in meetings or come out to the bar.
Nursing a grudge is one thing. Turning on your squad mates is another.
You don't turn on your partner without a blessed good reason. They've probably saved each other's lives 1,000 times.
Dorso's also one of the few with the skills to take Monato down, so we can't rule her out.
People, my people who came to this continent. Of course I forgot how. That's cool. Honestly, not the godlike. That. Honestly. What the... How the fuck am I called? Doesn't matter. Not godlike, that's for sure. Not... I don't know. What else can I say? Never mind. What happened between Dorso and Monato?
You'd have to ask her.
She doesn't talk about it, not even with the other veterans. I feel like she blames us, but I don't know what for.
Hey dear. Hey dear people. Now I remember. We'll speak to them.
I've moved Dorso and Casagrada to posts just outside Fior. I haven't explained why, but Dorso's probably figured it out. Speak with them, and follow any leads they might turn up. I'm still not convinced either of them is a murderer, but...
It's better to be sure.
Okay, thank you for trusting me with this.
You're not the ally we expected to find, but I appreciate it all the same.
Watch yourself in the wilds, Envoy. And Godspeed.
I can't think of much worse than turning on your squad, except having to suspect your own people. We should help them.
Agreed.
I'll go inside. All tower sentries are to vacate their posts at the western watchtower to support with foot rationing in Eora. Report back to the sentry office for further instruction. I can I can hear a chest. Hey, Postenaglo, you left your pack at the Bone Boar last night. The next time you wander home after, just one more drink, don't forget your gear. Anyway, I hid it under some scrap wood behind the tower. Though not before I swiped that money on me. Then I don't want to look for it. I wanted the money. We can climb, but we need to go around this way. Captain Bella, thank you for sending in the additional liquor supplies. Well, I would never complain myself. The others were shivering in their armor when the chill set in, especially Ariel. He's young and fresh to the sentry's guard, and I know a little fire in the belly would do him good. This way. Excuse me. Thank you. This is barred. Just in case. Thankfully, parkour is very forgiving. So I never in my whole life expected to combine parkour and fantasy game. Okay, I guess there was Thief. But that wasn't really this level of fantasy. I've managed to find a corner the others don't care for. I begged the outgoing sentry officer not to leave me alone with Jesu and his idiot friends, but he just laughed and told me to play nice with the other children. Today, Jesu tried to trigger the trap by the stairs as a joke while I was trying to get by. I still can feel my ankles. Asshole. The captain should have never sent the extra room. I'm finally getting out of here. Jesu and the others haven't been sober in 3 days. Captain Bella's pulling us off guard duty, something about food rations. The crop must be bad for Vidaro to go that far, but I would rather starve than hear Jesu sing another rendition of Drink Down. Oh, it's so pretty. No, but we have things to do. Now we are here. And so I must go behind it. Okay. Oh, he lied. There was gold. Or silver. Oop. So there's that. Where can I find a camping spot? I could have used the tower to look around.
Get the beacon dry. Fresh wood and tinder. May need it.
I'm not climbing up there. The tower
There's some campfire, but not camping spot for us. That's interesting. I wonder what's that. I really want to go see that place. In there. Okay, if I remember correctly, there was some camping spots near the city. Oh, city. The village. God damn it. Oh, that wasn't enough. There you go. Cheese wheel eaten. I'm fairly sure I still wasn't defeated in any... What the hell was that? I'm fairly sure I still wasn't defeated in any fight. But... I died due to falling. At least once or twice. I've spoken to you. Eora? What's that? That sounds like Lovecraftian thing. Oh, there's Adra. Okay. Let's talk, guys. Oh, Stair. Okay. Oh, this is the place with the zombies. Oh, makes sense.
Why is it somehow worse when the Revenants aren't trying to kill you?
First time seeing zombies work? Really? Oh.
A godlike in Emerald Stair. Well, maybe our luck's improving. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day.
No, poor Beatrice. And what happened here?
Sorry, I've been on my own for a while, and I forget how unusual this looks. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
Oh, and what do you use for fertilizer? Other corpses?
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor, but of course nothing is ever that simple.
Leaving farmhands might give you less trouble.
But my revenants are special, so gentle and well-behaved. Most of the time.
My idea of a well-behaved corpse is one that stays dead.
Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
Yes! But before I do that, Giatta wants your opinion on the Dream Scourge.
Giatta Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor! I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town?
Banish was the word he used, probably to make it sound official.
That's our governor for you. Self-righteous even in his own ignorance. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo.
You want me to?
Yes, quickly and mercifully if you can. Silvo is one of my Revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put the poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a Revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has come.
Sounds like you've been through this before.
Whether you're raising cows or corpses, every farmer lives with death.
Any connection with what happened to Beatrice?
It's possible, but this is no time for jumping to conclusions.
Okay. Where do all of these corpses come from, anyway?
Outsiders and travelers down on their luck. You'd be surprised how many people want to sell their bodies to animancy.
Say what you will about mercenary and military life. At least your obligations end at death.
Yeah.
Anyone else see a downside to giving monetary value to corpses?
Why?
This is a good forever home for the undead. Better than some crypt, anyway. But sometimes we have bad days.
Yes. And they bounce so nicely. The physics is... No. Would you be interested in buying my future corpse?
Really? Oh, I've always wanted a godlike for the stables. Deal! You've made me a very happy animancer.
Pay up.
Make sure she doesn't try to collect till after your death.
I'm not dragging your corpse back here from some ancient ruin, I'll tell you that.
Once you've dealt with Silvo, we can finalize the arrangements.
Okay, I need the money.
That should cover everything. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, we're killing a Revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Well, they are looking at the character. It just so happens that they also look at the screen. So it does look a little bit weird. Gifts of weird feeling. Are goats also on that? No. No, those are fine. It's Bart. Oh. Couldn't you left it open? Or at least not barring it from the inside. Oh. No? Yes? No? What the hell? I just heard something falling down. Why not? It's not like they mind. Can I do it like this? Can I do it like this? I suppose not. Hello? Hello?
You take lead.
Ah, I never had any strong feeling against necromancy. Hello. Can we talk? Can you open the door? I wonder how does one enter here? Yeah, but I don't want to shoot it through. Great. Great. But it's barred. It's not like I can move it. I cannot get up there either. Maybe the door will magically open. I doubt it. But they are supposed not to be sentient. Sorry. Sorry, I cannot find another way in. Would you... Do you mind? Come on.
That's one for us.
Okay.
I saw you reach into Beatrice. Find anything interesting?
It looks like Beatrice ate some spoiled crops.
Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural.
I dealt with Silvo as well.
Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace.
Silvo didn't have a lot of fight left in him.
Well, he was my first successful raising. Flawed and messy, but mine. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen.
Well, we need to find the source of the difference if there's any hope of stopping it.
But how to find something so well hidden? Can something so metaphysical even be found? Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say.
Well, I'm sure Giata will be interested to hear this.
Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giata are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock. Before I forget, here's a down payment on your body. And here's your collar. Try not to lose it.
I always wanted to... No. Pleasure doing business with you.
You're going to love it here. Hopefully not for a while, though.
Great. Now I have to add to my list of idiotic ideas.
Let's hope we steer clear of assassins for the time being.
Right, there's high chance that we won't die. We've got the bad color. How much did she pay us? I don't see that much money. Summons a revenant to fight with you. That sounds interesting. Yeah? Yeah. How does it work? Where's my revenant? Okay, when I look at this place during the day, it doesn't look that good. Especially all that equipment. Oh, those are ruins. I thought that was equipment. Some machinery. Okay, but either way, I wanted to go make a camp, speak with guys, speak with Marius, and end the session. So I need to rest as well. Yep. But we'll talk first. That feels more like a cemetery of some sort, rather than farmlands.
Envoy?
Hey.
Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for her.
Yeah. You don't seem like one to avoid conflict.
Conflict? No. Consequences for my actions? Oh, yes.
Okay.
Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject.
I want to talk more about you, I think.
Oh, good. Let's have it.
How did you learn your survival skills?
When I was a child in Solace, a warden named Alinka taught me the basics. What berries to eat, how to build a shelter, and so on. Later, I started going out on patrols, just to get experience in the wilds. By the time I was 15, I was going out on my own.
What did you do on patrol?
I was usually part of a small patrol, maybe 4 wardens. We'd travel the roads in Galawain's tusks, and I was in charge of camp. We'd make sure the Zarps weren't getting restless, the roads were clear of bandits, and the lava flows weren't flooding. Turns out I was just good at surviving on my own. So I kept doing it, and I kept getting better at it.
So you left because you didn't need it anymore?
Right, changing the subject.
Why don't you want to talk about your life?
Because it's not that interesting, really, and knowing about it won't keep you alive, and I don't like talking about it. So why pry? Wouldn't you rather your wilderness guide be happy and unburdened by thoughts of his past?
Okay. When have you ever been happy and unburdened?
I think there was a period of 3 days when I was in training, but I might have dreamt it. I remember sleeping a lot.
Okay, you don't want to talk about it? We won't talk about it.
I appreciate that, Envoy. Anyway, what do you need?
Do we need anything else? Let's talk about Stair.
Ask away.
Do you have any tips for surviving in here?
Let's see. Less urgency for shelter here. You can find shrubs to block the wind or tree cover to protect from rain. There's also plenty of food around too, if you know where to look. Rule of thumb, if it's red, don't eat it. Or if it makes you itch. There's also just about any kind of game you can imagine. Just make sure whatever you catch doesn't have mushrooms growing out of its face. Oh,
hey!
Be careful when you leave the roads. You never know when that deer you killed was some Delimgon's favorite pet.
Okay. Have you heard anything interesting out there?
I get a weird feeling when I get close to Lake Lacuna. Like there's something there that shouldn't be.
Lake Lacuna. Okay.
Right. Changing the subject.
That's enough for now. I think we'll get more companions eventually. For now we have those 2.
You know, I've heard dueling is popular in the Valiant Republic.
Yes.
You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood.
Giada had to make her point. No, she was loud. But I'm surprised no one else backed her up.
I wish I could say the same. Living landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people, especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth.
Indeed, court is full of flatterers trying to win favor by telling others what they want to hear.
You make the wild sound downright peaceful by comparison. I'm impressed at anyone who can survive that, or break out of it, like Giada. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
Sometimes you have to cut ties. A home that compromises you isn't worth returning to.
Can we just talk about something else?
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giada's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giada, but I'm glad to have her on our side.
Agreed. Let's get some rest. And not this. Is he, I assume as in character, not as in physiology. Oh, we're sleeping.
The Adra stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field.
Are we going to make these dreams a habit?
We had not considered this.
Still getting used to hearing someone else in my head, I suppose.
Mundane, a lifetime lived in silence. We forget this. We wilt, we gnaw with hunger now. What has come of this place?
The situation in Fear is dire. Someone needs to help them.
A hand of generosity, or a gauntlet of steel. We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals?
It's called animancy.
A new tongue, an unfamiliar name. A harvest grows, the dead rise. What do they hope to achieve?
They want to learn the secrets of life and death.
Lift the shroud from the wheel. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make?
Animancy is illegal in Adir.
Adir sleeps across the sea. They are not troubled by the loss of kith. What do you say?
No knowledge is good or evil. What matters how we use it.
Fire that burns the forest feeds the soil with its ash. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
Yeah, I am fairly sure that the Dream Scourge and our god is basically the same, or two sides of the same creature. Yeah, but anyway, we have a new day, and I also need to go to sleep. So, thank you, Wade. Thank you very much for joining. I'll be playing Fable 2. No, I won't be playing Fable 2 on Sunday. I have to cancel that one. But on Monday, there will still be Pathfinder, failing at Pathfinder, and Tuesday, more Avowed. So, thank you. Have a good night, or have a good day. I don't know in which time zone you're in. Either way, thank you, and bye.